Hello everyone, it's me, Jessica, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are finally doing it. We are renovating the Goth house, and definitely not for the final time, because I'm not gonna lie when I say that I kind of I felt very stuck a lot of times. It took me 3 days to do this renovation, which is way too long for how the house is not really that big, and if anything, I actually made it much smaller. I took the third story of the house off. I feel like all in all, I made the left side of the house a little bit smaller as well. I really just wanted to make it a smidge smaller because I feel like they have a small lot and most of it is house at this, like, and it's what am I trying to say here? The EA version. There we go. Words. But the whole vibe of like Alex's room up there is really weird because it's not a solid room, and I just felt like you could do better in the space that you're given just on the first 2 floors. There's plenty of room to work with like a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, which is what we end up with. And it kind of has a very similar feel to the original floor plan, and I tried to keep a lot of kind of aspects of the traditional house in it. I did like a little ode to the windows on the side of the house that are kind of like going up the stairs. And I definitely kept the $15,000 violin in the house that originally comes with like the EA version. I feel like that is just such a like kind of staple of their house. Honestly, I meant to include a bunch of the like iron knights or gold knights that come with the base game, that like iron suit of iron thing. I meant to include a lot of those, and that's what I mean by this will definitely not be my last renovation, because the Goth family is probably one of my absolute favorite townie families in the whole game. So I think I just kind of struggled to like bring these ideas to life for them that I've always had. I've honestly always wanted to play with this family. I never have. I've always just felt like they're iconic in themselves, and so I don't need to play with them, if that makes sense. I don't know. But anyways, I am so excited to be renovating their house, and I tried to keep very much the vibe of it's very dark because of course the Goth family, and it was already dark. And I just the red that Bella loves and embodies, and then I know that I almost think it's kind of a community thing that I feel like Cassandra is purple, and I don't know if I'm the only one that picks up on that, or where I get that, but I just feel like Cassandra embodies like a purple vibe, and Alex would embody this like fully black and like gray super gothic vibe. So that's essentially the direction that I went in. Like kept Bella and Mortimer's room a red vibe, and went for those purple and kind of dark vibes for the kids. And Alex is still a child in this save file. I have made over this family, and this is actually the save file I play in for my Snowy Escape and my Eco Lifestyle, that family. This is the save file, and that is why none of the townies ever age up, is because I want to keep giving the families makeovers that like exist in this save file. And it's just the save file that I like to have fun with, I guess, until it causes problems, I suppose. But that's what I like doing, and that's what I'm doing. So anyways, I hope that you guys like how it's coming along so far. I think the exterior took me honestly way too long, but the interior really didn't come together much more easily. Like I said, I think I struggled bringing so many ideas to life. I like didn't know if I wanted to make their house more modern, or if I wanted to try and stick with like the vibe it already had, which is kind of a like, I think it's supposed to be more of a Victorian vibe, but it gives me these weird like Victorian colonial vibes, kind of because of all the fencing, and I don't really think that that's super Victorian. But like all the original fencing on the roofing is kind of strange to me. But I've got the beautiful floors down for the vampire pack. I used a lot of the vampire pack in this renovation, and that's something that actually kind of almost not played tribute, but was like a bittersweet, not bittersweet, because it's not bitter. It's a sweet benefit of not having renovated their house yet, because I gave this family a makeover like 6 months ago on my channel, and I've been meaning to renovate this house for many a months, and it's just been getting pushed to the back of my agenda. I've just, for no good reason, I've been putting it off. But then I did get my hands on the vampire pack over those 6 months. I've like acquired that pack. And then this last weekend, I was able to get a hold of the paranormal stuff pack as well. And I'm just really excited to kind of have those packs to work together on top of Realm of Magic. I feel like all three of those packs being kind of occulty and not in mermaid fashion. they definitely like play on each other in some of their kind of design aspects. I don't know. I'm not sure. If you feel that way, then yeah, you know what I mean. You're with me. But I used the vampire brick on the outside and some paneling as well, and then the outside of the house honestly took this like suburban slash Victorian vibe, and I don't really know if that is accurate way to like put it. An accurate way to put it. I'm sorry, I just kind of like word vomited there. But if you're new to my channel, that is not something that I, don't not do. Example A, word vomit. English is just, I feel like my brain moves like faster than my mouth can sometimes, you're with me, right? But I used the snowy escape windows on this house to do like a whole wall of windows that goes up the entire front side of the house right there in that bay area, and I absolutely love the way that came together. One of my favorite things about how long it took me to renovate this house, though, is the fact that I actually had the vampires pack whenever I was ready to renovate it. Because when I gave this family a makeover like 6-7 months ago, I did not have the vampires pack, and I think that is something that I feel like should be all over their house. Not that any of them are vampires. I think I kind of imagine maybe someone in the family to be a vampire. They just kind of give me that energy, and that's kind of just how they exist in my world, I guess. I don't know. But I used the vampires pack and a lot of the paranormal stuff pack because I was also able to get my hands on that over the last weekend. But I feel like that stuff kind of meshes well together. And then aside from that, I just kind of went for a traditional vibe. I wanted to keep a bit more of a traditional vibe, I think, is what I went for in the end. Definitely a bit classier, a bit more upscale, because of course the Goth family, they need nothing but the best in their house. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy the speed build, and I am going to let you listen to a little music. And yeah, there is a tour at the end, so if you make it to the tour, I will meet you there. here, if welcome to the tour section in real life. I get to talk to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the speed build. I honestly did a lot of it off camera. So I kind of cut it short with the speed build because I feel like I'm definitely going to end up renovating their house again. I was just so like overwhelmed with ideas that it was kind of almost hard for me to tackle this. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. So this is the house. Overall, I just kind of give it this like weird Victorian slash suburban vibe. So it's kind of like a hodgepodge of styles collided. I know that the roofing is definitely not, oh, that is a wicked shot. I know that the roofing is not Victorian in like style. So that's where we're at. This is the whole front little area. I think that it turned out really cute when you walk up. There is, of course, the pathway to go up to the door, but also just this little pathway that goes along the whole little side of the house. It takes you back off into the backyard, which there's really like, there's kind of room to grow in the backyard, and I feel like I could have maybe done more with it, but I kind of felt like this family is known for their elusiveness and not really their activities, so I kind of just left it a little simple back there. But the front of the house, I did take the whole like second story cover off of this balcony, and there is technically not any like way to get, stop it, my dog is always like cleaning herself whenever I decide to record. I mean, they're always cleaning themselves, of course, but anyways, there's not a way to get to the balcony, and I just feel like it's maybe not that important. Again, I feel like this family is very much known for their elusiveness, so like, are they actually going to be using the balconies? I kind of feel like maybe not. But this is the front entryway here. I used the snowy escape windows with the shades from My First Pet Stuff. And it's kind of strange. It's not really something that I would typically do, but I am also kind of vibing it. I think that it just kind of goes with this like suburban Victorian vibe that I was going for. I love this whole front door though. It's from Realm of Magic, and I felt like it just very much fit the almost kind of mystical vibe that this family gives me. I imagine that they would be like kind of maybe vampires. Maybe Bella is a vampire. Maybe not, I don't know. But this is the little front entryway. When you come in, there is a chandelier. This is the whole actual front entryway. I feel like it's very cute. I like it. I like it very much. I went for very black, but also red, and just some patterns here and there, some textures. I tried not to make it like super boring, but at the same time, I wanted it to have that very dark gothic vibe, of course. So I guess off in here is the dining room. Yeah, I used mostly the paranormal pack. I finally got my hands on that. Finally. I say that like it's only been out for like, a couple weeks or so. But I did get my hands on it, and I used a bunch of that in here, as well as, I guess those chairs are actually from university. And then some get-together chairs for the like head of the table. But primarily I really I just kind of went all out for like the dark, but also kind of like that abstract art that is on top of that wardrobe thing there. I felt like that was just kind of like a piece of art sitting up there, and maybe was just a bit modern for the house, but also like kind of screamed artsy, and I feel like that's how this family comes across to me. It's very artsy. So anyways, off into here is the living room. You come in, there's, of course, I kind of kept the traditional, like, I know that the original Goth house has the big archways to the living area, and also the windows over there as like a little ode to the OG Goth house as well. But anyways, off into here. There is the living space here, which there is not a TV down here. There is a TV upstairs, which I feel like kind of makes sense for this family. I didn't want them to have that like kind of, I guess you would call it, kind of laid back living room. Just, I wanted it to be like a formal living room, no fancy. But off over here is the like chess table and the actual like jukebox or whatever you want to call it. I thought that that kind of fit the vibe, kind of old-timey a bit here and there. And then there's the bar off in the corner. I used some Snowy Escape, no, not Snowy Escape, I don't know where that word vomit came from. The Journey to Batu, like vases there, and then yeah, that's a base game for the wall bar stuff. I think that that bar is, I don't actually remember where that bar is from. Yeah, that's from Snowy Escape. Anyways, off into here, I did want to make sure that I included the wine for the Goths, because I feel like they would definitely have a little wine cellar like so. Oh, I forgot that she is supposed to be cooking up some garden salad so that she will not start a fire. But this is the other side of their kitchen. I used the wallpaper primarily from vampires all throughout the house, but I did splash this wallpaper in the kitchen here, and I think just in, oh, she's going to use the grill. Hell no. But yeah, the kitchen and the living room a little bit. She's going, yeah, she is, isn't she? Okay, well, off into the backyard here, you come out, there is a pot planter thing on either side of the back door. So when you come out, there is technically some area for covered crops. But then you have just a little eating area, a little sitting area with the fire pit. There is technically like an easel and a little spot for some crops back over here. Not very much room, obviously, because this lot is not very big. And then the grill, I did think about giving them the smaller grill, and then I figured that, you know, why not just keep it that way, give them a nice big grill. Okay, so I think, oh, actually, there is a bathroom right here. That's what this door is. When you come in here, it's basically just like what you need. You've got, let me kind of zoom it out here for you guys. There we go. Toilet, all that good stuff. And then there is technically a shower, some little caddy, stuff like that. I use the Star Wars hexagonal floors or whatever they are, because I love those floors. Love them so much. Okay, so as you're coming up the stairs, I do have some pictures on the wall here, and this is why there's not an access to the balcony, and I'll show you a bit more. I mean, you already know if you watch this speed build, but the layout, just, I felt like Alexander didn't deserve the only access to that balcony. So there's some pictures off on that wall. We do have some stuff off over here just for decoration purposes, but this is the little seating area I was talking about for the TV. I just thought it would be better up here. So there is technically still the $15,000 violin. I wanted to make sure that they still had that little ode to their original house and lot. And then just some more creative stuff up here. So this is actually Cassie's room, which, so Cassandra Goth is probably my favorite townie in the whole game. Like, I don't know why, just love her. And she embodies like a very purpley vibe to me. So that's what she has in her room as the style. I know that this is probably not the first time that it's been done like this for her. I'm sure I'm not the first person to assign her a purpley vibe, but her mother loves red, and I just feel like there's like no red in here, and that's kind of because Cassie is a teenager and she knows what she likes. But I gave her the Realm of Magic bed, the vampires rug that I really don't have enough excuses to use, and I love it. Love it, love it. And then just some other stuff from the paranormal pack. I wanted her to have like a desk, a computer area. They actually all do, so they have kind of just all switched computers, but she does have a yoga mat as well. Purple, I almost made it black, but you like couldn't see it. Okay, so this is the, oh goodness, the bathroom that Alex and Cassie would be sharing. This is basically their little, just their little bathroom. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. But off into Alex's room. Oh, Cassie and Alex are being adorable. Okay, well, this is Alex's room, and I love the vibe in here. I feel like it's very playful yet spooky, and it's just kind of this family. They're like the Addams family to me. But there is some like odes to the childhood going on with the like trophy shelf, and the university little like rack there with the posters. They're being so cute. I love it. And then on into here, the final room. This is Bella and Morty's room. Love the red vibe in here. Of course, I had to do the red vibe because it's just, that's them. That's very much them. I put candles all over the place. However, there are still some of these pendant lights hanging around the lot because I wanted the lighting to not be terrible. But they do have like a little gallery wall above their computer, which I love that they have like a bunch of just spooky pictures in Jerry. And just Jerry. But their little closet corner over there, they do have a double closet technically. And then their master bathroom. I love the I used medium height walls primarily just so I could have these like big ceilings to floor like windows, ceiling to floor windows. There we go. That's what I was trying to put together. But yeah, just very, very like traditional vibes in here mixed with a little bit of classic modern. I don't know, it is what it is. I found myself so incredibly just like, I don't know what to do. Let's see if she starts a fire. Let's just see. She wanted to cook this way so bad. I remember telling her specifically to make garden salad serving of 4 for the family so that she would not start a fire. But the good news is I have already saved this house to like my library, so if she starts a fire, it's not a big deal. But yeah, this house will be available for download on my gallery if you guys are interested in having it. I just very much enjoy, she did not start a fire. Look at her. But yeah, I just very much enjoy having a, I don't know, I just like doing the like makeovers. I'm sorry, I'm saying like way too much. I enjoy doing the makeovers of the houses, like doing renovations on the houses for the townies, because I think that honestly, I've not really ventured into a lot of the EA houses on my own, and this is kind of a good way for me to actually like, my dog is dreaming next to me. Get him, girl. But yeah, this is a good way for me to see EA builds and like meet the townies a bit more. But I am gonna go. I was going to anyways, but I can't be mad at her. She's dreaming. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for popping in. I hope y'all are taking care out there, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!